What's up? What's shaking, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? This is Ron Tucker. Another edition of At Ron's Talking on YouTube. Please take the time to subscribe to my channel. Hit me up with a few likes if you like. I'd appreciate it. Wow. It's hump day. And, got my coffee. Ready to unload. Let's talk about it. Let me get this thing going. But first, I want to say it's a sad day in the baseball world. A legendary pitcher who didn't have Hall of Fame stats, but 1981 had a magical season for the LA Dodgers. Fernando Valenzuela. He passed away today at the age of 63. And I remember Fernando Mania, as they called it, and he just took the baseball world for storm in that magical year and that season with the Dodgers. So, shout out to his family, wishing them the best, hoping that they can overcome the grief and the sense of loss they're dealing with as a family. So, I want to get that out the way. And for people who don't know much about that year, 1981, just Google it up and you'll see what it's all about. So, let's get into it. MAGA, your candidate is a lunatic. Maybe even perverted somewhat, since he's all enamored with golfing legend, deceased player Arnold Palmer. And only Trump has the capacity and the, should I say, just sheer nuttiness to start expounding and talking about this man's privates. He's obsessed with a lot of things. Crowd size, hand size, penis, Anyway, he's I don't know whether he feels inadequate with his own size of his junk. He's more obsessed with the size of Arnold Palmer's. I mean, no wonder Lindsey Graham was all upset the next day on the Sunday morning shows and everything. I don't know if it had anything to do with the Trump thing and Arnold Palmer's junk and all that, but I mean, I ain't trying to start nothing now, Lindsey. That's not my goal or aim. I ain't trying to start nothing. I ain't trying to pick up on nothing that Laura Loomer said about you and what you do behind closed doors and your habits. But I'm just saying, I didn't know why Lindsey was so adamant about fighting for Trump on Sunday and just screaming on the show and just being his public defender. But, there may be something to it, maybe not. I ain't want to start no conspiracy theories. So, if Trump wasn't enamored about somebody else's private parts, he was busy staging a McDonald's shift. So he's obsessed with Kamala Harris's McDonald's tenure when she was young. And for the life of me, I'm trying to understand, why is it that important to determine whether or not Kamala Harris worked at a damn McDonald's? Who cares? Who freaking cares whether she worked at a McDonald's or not? Donald Trump, why does it really matter to you? You think that is going to sway the race? You upset because she actually worked somewhere and you haven't a day in your life? So he goes to a McDonald's and they have set this thing up with the owner of the McDonald's store, and they close the store, and They stage everything. Who? Man, I don't know. I don't, you know, it's just crazy. And of course, he's up to his lies and innuendos, and he's got Obama on the brain 24/7. Micah, that's your candidate. A loose cannon who's fishing for anything that he can find, anything he can do, paying off people, buying votes, just is selling everything from his underwear to his shoes and sneakers and gold watches and NFT and you name it. Trump, I guess he's selling steak again, or he's selling. It ain't too much that he's not trying to sell. Really, all he sold is his soul. But actually he sold that a long time ago. Yeah, it's been gone. But the man is just basically insane. Can't remember stuff half the time. And just imagine if Joe Biden or Kamala Harris talked about another man's penis or a woman's private parts. What if Joe Biden had done that? Just think about that for a minute. Instead of foreign policies and talking about things that's going to really help the country, he worried about Arnold Palmer's size. And Arnold Palmer's been dead. But Trump, he can get away with talking about idiotic stuff like that. Because he's an idiot. And his supporters sit up there with their tinfoil hats on in his rallies, open like some seals. Because they just as crazy as he is. And a salesperson and a grifter posing as a legitimate presidential candidate. He wasn't even a legitimate president the first time, but we already know the story on that. But let me get to some other stuff here. It's involving him too, but this dude named Javier Rodriguez. And he's a barber in the Bronx, and Trump paid the shop a visit this week. And this dude had a whopper of a story to share with the former liar-in-chief. And he claimed that he normally pays around $2,100 in utility bill costs. But he stated that ever since Joe Biden took over the presidency, in the last 7 months, his bill has shot up to about $15,000. Even Trump was shook. And Trump was like, "Damn, I could have got you probably about half of that if you let me handle your electricity bill. I know some low people in high places, so I could have done you a solid on that one. Tell you what, man, I can hook you up, just a small donation, and we can take care of that. Believe me." But I guess if Mr. Rodriguez was trying to get his Latino friends to get in on the Trump train, it didn't really work out too well, because what Javier decided to not reveal was that the high billing that he incurred was due to a billing error by the city's utility company, Con Edison. So, nice try, Javier. Maybe you'll get a position in Trump's cabinet if he wins as the White House barber. With the utility company, in New York called Con Edison. Why is anybody surprised about some shady billing? Go figure. Okay, well we got a little title for part of our segment in our shows. It's gonna be called a Duh candidate. You know what I mean? And duh. So one of the first nominees for this prestigious award is old Eric Trump, the president's ill-gotten or illegitimate son, however you want to term him. Eric Trump, they've been trying him out lately for some reason. Maybe Don Jr.'s getting his nose worked on. That's what that stuff would do to you after a while. Continued use, but he ain't available that much anymore. And also, maybe Eric got to pick up the slack. Anyhow, Eric claims that his pappy saved Christmas. My question is, from what? What did he save Christmas from, and from whom? Or, in other words, what the hell is he talking about? Well, it seems that this lunatic claims Barack Obama called a tree at the White House when he was president a holiday tree. And I guess repeated saying that a few times during his tenure as president. So instead of a Christmas tree, he called a holiday tree. So Eric's pappy decided to call the tree a Christmas tree. So Pappy Trump saved Christmas. These are our duh moments of the week. Is that almost like Dr. J when he was in that movie called the Fish Who Saved Pittsburgh or something like that? I'm just trying to understand what and where's the correlation between Eric Trump's mindless drivel and his father saving anything. I guess Trump feels that he should have received that Nobel Peace Prize that he feels he had been deprived of for so long. What did he say one day? Obama, he got a Nobel Prize just because he was elected. I was elected too. Yeah, he been elected El Stupido Dummy of the Week. Really, Dummy of the Century. Put it that way. I just can't wrap my mind around what Eric Trump has been trying to say for the last few weeks. He's been trying to defend his pappy at every turn over some of the dumbest stuff. Just go home, Eric. Just stay home and just stay off the TV. Stay off. Quit visiting Maria Bartiromo and Fox and all. Just quit embarrassing yourself and just leave the embarrassments to your father. He's doing a damn good job of it on his own. Okay. I bet you Trump probably gonna call to have Arnold Palmer's body exhumed so he can take another look at it. Here's our second duh candidate. It's a pro-Trump RSBN host, guy named Bobby McNeely. Now, Mr. McNeely, I guess he's so enthralled and enamored with the Fuhrer, Donald Trump, as his hero. Now, he feels Donald McDonald's culinary skills were on full display at that stage McDonald's event I told you about earlier, which happened on Sunday, 20th of October, in a place called Feasterville, Trevose, Pennsylvania. Now, it's where Trump dumped a couple of baskets of fries and was also deft enough to find the drive-up window, hand some of the hired customers their bags of food. And so McNeely, he thought that Trump had done something that was so extraordinary, he felt compelled to gush and embellish and extol all the skills and virtues that the Donald possessed behind the grill. So my man McNeely said, to be an expert in any field, you have to be obsessed with the process. That's the touch of this businessman. You think of people like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, great athletes who obsess in their craft. And the same holds true with, he calls him President Trump. I'm going to call him what he is. Former President Trump, present felon. Duh. You got to be crazy. I mean, absolutely loony to compare Donald Trump with Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. And I assume the man was speaking about their work ethic compared to Trump's work ethic, which is virtually non-existent. But that shows you the level of madness that has engulfed so many people in this country over this miscreant, this misfit, this corrupt criminal of a citizen in the United States of America. It is stunning how people revere this traitorous madman. And a lot of people better quit sleeping on that Agenda 47 that he's trying to extol and talk about, because it ain't nothing but a watered down version of Project 2025. They're both intertwined. Why? Because Trump is in both of them. Trust me on that. Here's the last candidate for the Duh list. There's a man in Wisconsin who early this year went to Vegas and got hammered. And he got plastered. He decided he was going to buy his family tickets to the Alabama-Wisconsin football game that was coming up. So he sprung for 14 tickets. Well, yeah, I don't know if they went or not, but the family actually didn't have tickets to the Alabama-Wisconsin football game on the 50-yard line. He actually bought 14 tickets for them to see the country group Alabama perform. I know they were thrilled. You know, I gotta take old Four Seasons Rudy Giuliani off the hook. He's no longer on the leaderboard for the Duh list. Rudy, you just got bumped off. Well, folks, my conversation today, as you can see, is probably a little light. I want to keep it kind of short and brief. We got so many other things to discuss in the coming days, because I know Trump he's becoming so unhinged. I had so many things I could talk to him about tonight, but I'm just going to let it slide, hit you up with some more fresh stuff, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, but coming soon. So rest assured, Ron's on the case. I'm going to stay on it to the election, and beyond. The one thing I know about Trump, I'm sure of, if and when he loses, I didn't lose. It was rigged again. I told y'all they were gonna do it again. I didn't lose. That's what we're gonna be looking forward to. That's what's gonna happen. Because him and his minions know what's at stake. And their fear and their concern and their anxiety, it ain't even nothing compared to Trump's. Because he knows what's at stake. If he loses, his life is basically shot. And I plan on being right there watching and looking forward to it. Just like this. Be checking him out. Because every day that goes by, you watch, folks, he's going to get more unhinged and unhinged. It's just going to happen. Because that's Trump. You know, he knows what's at stake. And he's terrified. But I just can't wait. It's a lot of people, you know, their hearts are palpitating and people worry. But I understand that. But I firmly believe a man as flawed and as unfit as any human ever in our history to be not only running for president, even considering it. And you look at both candidates, there's just no comparison. You want a criminal, or do you want a candidate that's worthy of sitting in the White House versus a crook and a con artist that's plotting to just put our country in utter turmoil because he's too close to Putin and the rest of the oligarchs and the rest of the dictators around the world. Those are his people. Those are the people he worked for. He ain't working for the American public. He's working to save his ass right now. Because he know if he don't, if his minions and his supporters don't pull off a heist on this election, Trump knows it's curtains. It's a wrap. So watch how much he unravels leading up to election. And for anybody who thinks that man is going to debate Kamala Harris again, don't even think about it. Because he ain't thinking about it. He wants no parts of that again. And that's why he's spinning out of control right now. So anyway, you folks have a great day. I'll get back on y'all. I'll see you soon. You can count on that. Believe me. Take care, folks. And God bless all of you. Don't forget to subscribe. All right? Talk to you later.